You won't believe what happens next. This video is a game changer. Let's just start.
The moment you take your shirt off, the moment you take your bra off, the moment you begin to reveal the secret parts of yourself that really should only be reserved for your husband, and you take that and you give that to the world, you will not get that back. That is a level of innocence that will not come back to you. It does not mean that you cannot have a journey. That does not mean you cannot seek healing and peace, but it just means that the moment that you go down that route, your journey will become immensely harder than what it may have been had you not crossed that threshold between having morals and succumbing to this world, succumbing to your flesh, and succumbing to the ideal that money, quick money, is better than me keeping my virtue. That is the trade-off. The enemy say, here's a bag. You say, here's my virtue. Here's $100,000. Here's my innocence. The trade-off is not worth it.
The trade-off is not worth it.
Who's here? So how long you been messing around my wife?
What you mean?
That's crazy.
What do you mean what I mean? No. You want me to leave?
No.
Are you in love?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, this Facebook Live, your daughter sees that, and your wife sees that.
What you mean?
Your wife added her tonight. When I seen my wife was at a motel.
Man, you don't even know my wife. Get out of my face.
Yo, you got a fucking problem?
Huh?
You got a fucking problem?
Nah, I ain't got no problem. What you mean my wife see that shit?
Cause it's Facebook Live.
Nah, get me out that shit, bro. Cause you don't know who I am. Get me out that shit.
One of the best or the best advice somebody has told you?
Pick peace over pleasure in life in general. Short-term satisfaction will come from pleasure seeking. Yeah, you'll have a great weekend when you're pleasure seeking. You'll have a great month. You'll have a great holiday. You'll have a great meal. Pleasure seeking is fantastic, but what it does, it leads to a spike in your dopamine, but not in your serotonin. Become a peace seeker, and what peace seeking literally means is making decisions that you will not regret in the long run. Pleasure seeking has an element of I might regret that in the morning. Peace seeking means this will help me in the long run.
What are we doing here, guys?
Again? Oh, she was supposed to be at work.
Pretty good proof to me.
Man, this Myra's thing
Oh,
is
hey, I'm
crazy.
video recording you, buddy. Video recording you, and you got
Relationships
prison
are
time,
crazy
not
in
me.
general.
Hey, Charlene, all I'm gonna say is, are you coming with me, or are you staying with this guy?
Why do you even have to ask, man? Make the
Pick
decision.
or choose right now.
Why should
Because
you
you know
even
what?
ask?
We've screwed the last 2 nights. She sucked my and professed to me that loves me and wants to be with me forever. And I have it on audio.
There's a
Actually, I'll
simp,
send you the
man.
file just so you believe
Why
me.
should you even ask?
And she swore. You know what she said to me last night? She said,
just
"I
leave.
swear on my kids' lives, Ryan, that I'm not doing anything with Stefan anymore because it was always only about his daughter, and now that that's done, we're done." But clearly, that's not the case, is it, Charlene?
Yeah, right. The life.
The best thing you can do is pay attention to what people do and less about what they say. Like, I almost never listen to what people say. It helps me understand them, so I'll listen to understand their framework and how they look at their world, but I don't make decisions on them based on what they tell me. I make decisions on them based on what they do.
This 53-year-old man in Milwaukee have been sentenced to life in prison after killing a 20-year-old woman he was cheating on his wife with. The mother of the 20-year-old woman said, "About a week before my daughter was killed, he called me and said, 'I'm done messing with your daughter, but she keep reaching out to my wife.' Listen, this 20-year-old woman died a horrible death. She had a throat cut, she was shot,
What?
and she was set on fire.
What?
You can't go this far
She was
when
killed
somebody
3 times.
exposed you for something you played a part in. She called your wife, so what? You don't care nothing about your wife. Because if you did, you wouldn't be out here doing what you doing. If you ain't
This
ready
is
to lose your
crazy.
wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, stop cheating. Look here, bruh. People fall in and out of love all the time. So if the woman or man you chose to marry, you're no longer interested in, you're not alone. You're not the first. You're not the last. But nobody should die because
What?
you got caught cheating. I mean, you told a girl you was cheating with that you wanted to be with her anyway. So just be with her. If anything, she done you a favor. Because now you ain't gotta tell your wife. She done told her for you.
Black men do not want to marry.
That was funny.
It says 90%, and you could talk about facts, but I'm going to give you stats, Willie. 90% of black men would never marry. 30% of black women would never be married and have to marry outside their race if they want to get married in general. Family is what creates wealth, not individualistic. And so unless we start to marry together and have two-parent households who have two incomes with families who can commune together, we don't have a community.
I stayed with him after he cheated on me. And yes, he did change, and I believe he never did it again. But ladies, let this be your sign to never stay with a man after he cheats on you. Ladies, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. No matter how much this man has changed, you are never gonna get over that situation. It's not necessarily just gonna be constant arguing between you and your partner. This is gonna be constant going back between you and your mentality. Just like Billie Eilish said. I see her in the back of my mind all the time. You are going to constantly want to stalk that girl's page. You're going to constantly think to yourself, what does she have that I don't? How is she so much better than me? Am I not good enough? Your mind is going to be all over the place. Because to remind you again, ladies, if he really loved you, why would he put you through something like that? That is not love. Your man should only have eyes for you. You're going to start realizing how happy you used to be in the beginning of the relationship and wonder where that girl went, because you're literally going to be a completely different person. Yes, you will see that he's putting in the effort to change and you're going to be at an all-time high with him. And then just like that, your mood is just going to change. You're going to think about what he did, and then it's going to lead to an argument where he's just like, you can't get over the situation. Why do you keep obsessing over it? Like, leave the past. The past is in the past. Ladies, this is going to be a battle between you and yourself, and you need to decide, is it really worth it? Babe, you are so much better.
This is what I call the unbreakable rule. A woman can never, ever, ever allow herself to disrespect the man that she wants to be in a long-term committed relationship with. And there's a number of reasons for that. But one of the least appreciated ones is that if a woman allows herself to disrespect this man and he allows that as well, then over time, the dynamic of that relationship will shift to the point where that woman is functionally with a shell of a man that is no longer a person that she can respect or be attracted to. And that's generally when she looks for the door. So disrespecting a man usually provokes conflict, which rocks the boat, which goes against the things that I was talking about earlier. And it decreases a woman's own attraction for a man, especially if he doesn't respond effectively. And what do they say in the Bible? It's like a wise woman builds her house with her hands and tears it down, with her mouth.
Am I the asshole for cancelling my wedding even though it's tomorrow? This morning, I woke up to a bunch of texts from my sister who lives 14 hours away. She's been pregnant for a little less than 5 months. She was supposed to be the maid of honor at my wedding, but she just delivered the news that the doctor told her that she's had a miscarriage. Oh my God. I can only imagine the grief my sister's going through. She can't attend my wedding, and even though everything is already booked and we have some guests flying in for the wedding, I just can't have it without her. I thought my fiance would understand, but instead he got extremely upset. We've been planning this date for a while now because it's his mother's birthday and very special to him. She said she just isn't ready to celebrate anything at the moment, and as her sister, she feels like it's my responsibility to comfort her. It's early in the morning where I live, and we're prepared for the wedding tomorrow, but I can't stomach having my special day without my sister. I told my fiance, and after I finish writing this, I'm going to start packing. I need to be with my sister right now. I know everything has already been planned out, and I'm ruining a lot by doing this, but I have to put my family first. My fiance is definitely mad and called me an asshole because of it. So I'm wondering, am I the asshole for cancelling my wedding last minute to be with my grieving sister?
Spent 17 years of my life with an elderly man who smelled like cabbage, just to be told I got nothing in the will, nothing, and he was worth £33 million. And you think this is funny?
It's funny.
I have wasted my life with a geriatric coffin dodger for nothing. And why everyone thinks it's so funny that my husband
You
donated all
didn't do
his
it for
money to a
love, you did
bunch
it
of
for money.
cats
That's
and
why
dogs.
it's funny.
Who even likes cats and dogs? I'm literally going to be homeless. Like, I've got no money. Not even my own house or my car. Like, I'm literally going to be poor. I'm going to have to shop in fucking Asda, like all the other poor people. Not Asda. I've wasted my life thinking I was going to get millions by marrying that elderly coffin
Gold
dodger.
digger.
He looked like a shriveled up fucking prune.
If you were a man in ancient Rome and you caught your wife cheating, you were encouraged to lock her up with her lover, and then you had 20 hours to call as many neighbors as you could and invite them to come check out the guy that was sleeping with your wife. You then had 3 days to make a public declaration specifying who your wife was sleeping with, how did you catch them, and as many juicy details as you could. At this point, you had to divorce your wife. If you didn't divorce your wife, you could be charged with. You could only unalive your wife's lover if he was a slave or a prostitute. But if he was a free citizen, you would have to go to your father-in-law and you could ask him to unalive him, because husbands were not allowed to unalive their wife's lover, but fathers, they were allowed to unalive their daughter's lover. If you were a woman in ancient Rome and you caught your husband cheating, what you could do is cry about it, though it was not encouraged.
Whoa, man. I really enjoy these videos, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share with your friends. And also click on the notification bell icon so that any video that I post, you'll be the first to get it. Let's know the videos that we should do more often, right? So I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.